Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to a new episode of my sacred journey, following a vision. A story of love, of grief, and life adventures around Turtle Island. We are now in late July unto early August, and I finally was able to bring my van to its last planned haul to get it road ready. Man, what a challenge this was. When I first received the blessing of this van back in May 2021, a process that actually began in March of 2021. I knew then it had an issue that needed to be addressed in context to getting it road ready. I had it then looked at by 3 different mechanics, of which 2 were from dealerships. All of them came to the same conclusion. And knowing what I knew, I then prepared to save, to have the best and maximum repairs to deal with the issue at hand. I went on to save and planned for the entire year. My goal was to pull out of my driveway in mid-July to cross the country to attend a ceremony. And this time, I needed to go to seek answers, to seek direction about this vision, as elements of this vision became confusing and complicated. Complicated with losses, unexpected shifts, interruptions, and the introductions of other spirits getting involved. I also needed to go there to deliver the promise of a donated package.
And you replace the fluids in the transmission? You replace all the fluids?
No, no for transmission.
Huh?
I replace the engine, no.
What about the transmission fluid?
No, you didn't touch the transmission.
Oh, okay. That yellow fluid that I saw on the floor, what was that? The orange fluid that I saw. Oh, the coolant. That was the coolant. Okay.
Considering my limited resources, I had also lined up a gig in that region, which I am committed to work at in the fall. So as we got into the month of July, I pushed really hard to get everything done and ready. I had been living in the van for 3 months, so the van was livable, and all it needed now was paperwork and the planned scheduled maintenance to get it road ready. I had earned just enough from a grind that I held down for 3 months so I can meet this goal. So at the earliest opportunity, I brought the van to the shop. What happened next, I did not anticipate. What was supposed to be an engine repair ended up being an engine replacement. Facing the high cost of an engine replacement threw me over the edge of a cliff, hanging on with one hand over a river filled with hungry caimans. understating the feeling that I felt because I didn't have the money to do any of that. This situation not only threatened to totally destroy the vision, but also posed a threat to my losing my tiny little home on wheels. An investment which essentially became my homelessness intervention nest after desperately hustling, sending up smoke and heavy prayers. I was barely able to come up with the additional funds to have the job done. And this, it totally wiped me out. I had to use my travel funds and more to pay the bill and reclaim my tiny home on wheels. My journey across the country to the ceremony and to deliver the promised donation was completely shut down. The gig that I had lined up in that same region for the month of October and September is now a threat because I don't have any money to get out there. I'm completely worked out and I have to start all over from zero. But I have my tiny home on wheels back, and she's got a new engine. She's better than she was before I started, and I have hope. Packing your tiny home on wheels could be the most challenging thing. So you really got to be picky about what you're going to use, what you're going to bring, and what's it going to be. Because, the first thing, you are very limited in space. And particularly my camper van, I am extremely limited in storage space. So naturally, everything that I have to think about has to be space saving. And collapsibles are just perfect for that. So here, me finishing up packing the kitchen supplies, I got a lot of collapsibles. Some buckets, I have at least 2 of them. They could be used for anything, carrying water, showers, and so on. And then, of course, your typical utensils for cooking, but the size of these utensils are important. So I picked the stuff that I need based on the amount of food that I would cook and eat on an average day. The number of utensils, well, that depends on your style of cooking. I have a 2-stove burner and a small single stove burner. So I packed 3 things.
I'm going through hell, I fake like I'm fine, but I know you can't tell. Like nothing I felt, my mind overwhelms. I think that I'm broken, but I hope you can't help. I know I'm not perfect, but some days I feel far more worthless. Baby, you make me feel nervous. If I still have you, I have purpose. It's all worth it. as you fade away. As you